Alright, shipmates, let's look at Iranian player upgrades. This will be part 2, but we're going to look at air defense system improvements. Either the improved early warning radars, +2 on the GCI fighter table, or improved air defense network, -2 on the Israeli Suitor attack table. Now that's a total of 90 points if you want to do that, or 40 and 50. Let's just go look and find out what this is going to do for us. So, looking at the GCI fighter table, if you take the +2 on the GCI fighter table, you will automatically get something every turn, because your no intercepts is not going to happen anymore. But, see, 1 pair, 1 flight of 4, 2 pair attacking separately, 1 pair, 1 flight of 4 attacking separately, so on and so forth, up to 3 flights of 4 attacking separately. So that's 4 airplanes at once. Not bad. Look at the other modifiers here that will go with that. If you've got a Russian or a PRC AEW, if you got an F-14 squadron or detachment, which you always should have, so you're going to have a +1 to begin with. You'll probably have a fighter squadron on alert and or patrol, so let's just put 1 on patrol. We're at 3 right now. If you want to add 2 more for, military points to get +1, I wouldn't. They're probably used somewhere else. Suitor attack might have done something, we don't know, if they're going north, and an outbound rate is 3, so you're at +6 right there. So 6 would take us to 8, so we're having 2 pair. So not bad if you actually want to fight the Israelis in the air. Now, let's go back and look at the Suitor attack. So, looking at the Suitor attack table, you know that the normal roll, if you go to Vegas anytime, or your Reno, is a 7. It's going to give you a C all the way across the board. However, if you took that -2 there, you'd be rolling 5s, which are B's and C's. So look down here to find out what a B and a C does. So B will give you -2 on the GCI table, all batteries down, nothing wrong with a short range SAM. The C is a major, disruption to network, -3 on the CGI table, 2 batteries are down, nothing for short range SAMs. I don't ever think short range SAMs are going to shoot anything, but that's beside the point. So look at the modifiers here. The first Suitor attack, he gets a +1. Third and later is a -1. If you took the Russian or PRC AEW -1, and if you took that Iranian improved air defense network, that was the -2 already. So that puts you down to that 5. So if you figure you got that, plus the third or later, it's a -3. 1, 2, 3. So you're at B's. Minor disruption again. So there are some modifiers down here, but that's what the Suitor attack will do to you or for the Israeli. So let's look at EW defenses now. The bodyguard laser decoy dazzlers, the GPS jammers, or the high fidelity decoys of an entire SAM site. Now, this up here is either for nuclear infrastructure, oil, or military targets, and it costs you 10, 25, or 45. Now that's not a bad deal there, -4 on laser guided ordnance. This one here is either a -3 or -1 on GPS ordnance. Notice it's only 30 for nuclear, 65 for oil, 45 for military, 25 for oil, and 10 for nuclear. So if you were going to do the total nuclear, you'd be spending 40 points. If you were going to do for oil, and nuclear right there, you're talking 60, 70, 80, 90 points with 10 points left over for something else. So let's look and find out what this will do for you on the table. First, you need to come to Appendix 1 in the book and find out what the Israelis are actually going to shoot at you. For an F-16 Strike 1, they're going to have Spice 2000s. Strike 2, Guillotines. Escort, don't worry about it, but for a seed mission, you got HARMs or STARS. The HARMs, of course, and STARS are just going to be for taking down your SAM sites. Now, the F-15 is going to have GBU-39s, or Guillotines again, or GBU-31s, or the Heavy Strike with the EGBU-28s, and just 1, and 2 GBU-31s. So let's go look at those weapon systems right now. Alright, so first off you have your HARM. It's an anti-radiation missile, and so is the STAR anti-radiation missile. They're both Generation 3, 135 miles or 70 miles. Basically, you're just going to be outside of range of just about everything the Iranians can shoot at you. Now, that EGBU is that big honker that they can shoot. It is either laser or GPS, first or third generation. It penetrates a lot of armor, 44 or 53. It's got an 80% chance with just about everything. Your JDAMs here, first generations, mostly 80%, penetrate just a little bit of armor. Your guillotine, laser, 80%. So basically everything that the Israelis are going to shoot at you has an 80% chance until you get down to something smaller. So if you wanted to, let's see, we go back to our first page back here, we notice that all the GPS right there would be a -3 or a -1, depending on generation. That's down here. So on all the JDAMs, which are first generation, they're going to be a -3. So that's a 50% chance now of somebody hitting you instead of an 80% chance. That is actually quite good, I believe. For second generation, it's only a -1, so you'd be down to a 70. 70 is still pretty high in my book. So that GPS jammer over here might not be a bad thing to get. The laser against PGM attacks, you're only talking about the big stuff and the guillotines. So you might not really care about that because it's the GBU 57 you got to really worry about, because that's going to take out your really heavy armor. And of course these guys up here, but they're shooting laser or GPS. And they all have a range of 11, so it doesn't drop off dramatically. It's still 80%. So that is not a bad thing to get. So 65 for that, and then 10 or 25. No, you can get all three of them. Excuse me. 65, 25, and 10 is actually 100%, isn't it? So that'd be 100 of your points taken right there. So if you want to do a high fidelity decoy, go right ahead. It's only 10 points. But right now I've changed my mind. Instead of going with the where'd they go? The E55, or trying to close or get the Sedgel 2s. I might just go up here and try to stop them from actually hitting everything.